Hello and welcome to this spooktacular edition of DWN Productions THC Podcast, sponsored by First Custom Shirts, right here at BOYGOB.com. Hey, you hear that in the background, Joe?
Yes.
That's the sound of working laundry equipment.
Well, it's turning, Tom. It's turning. Uh,
Just like that wheel in the sky, Joe.
you know what else is
Fuck.
turning? The wheels of the delivery truck that are bringing the new one. It'll be here Saturday.
Hey, we'll get to that.
So yes,
Oh,
spent some time yesterday working on the dryer again. This will be the third, fourth time I've replaced a part on it, uh, and it's a no go. And I figured, wait a minute, the only thing it should be now is the first thing I replaced, which was the heating element. And if that shit keeps going out, then this thing's fucked. So, we went off and said, "Hey, Lisa, pick a fucking dryer." That's what she did, and it'll be here on Saturday, I guess.
yeah, that always sucks when you spend all this fucking time fixing something. In the end, there's not a goddamn thing you can do.
Nope.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I
At
guess I
least
should let people know that we are live right now.
That's all right. I'm sure they'll find our way to us. I think the 38 strong we got, I think that's the number we're holding with for a while, Joe.
We're
But
live in
besides that,
Truckin.
how was your week?
Uh, man, I don't remember a whole lot of it. I think I
Because of the
worked,
drinking?
and then I didn't do drinking really. I drank like one day and only drank
Drugging?
like a couple, and then like got real tired, and just went straight to bed. Uh, yeah, over the weekend, and like the rest of the week, I was either working or watching old movies I'd already seen before. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Oh, shit. All
Um,
right, well, I'm not sure if I can do this anymore because this whole new Facebook update is kind of fucking garbage, and you got to toggle between accounts. And
yeah, yeah, that's some bullshit for sure. That's been fucking with me. Like I was like, man, I've never seen this before. What's this talking about? Why is it showing me about this bar down the street doing this? Oh, that's not my page. That's
that's the
like
business
the
page.
business page. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a bunch of strange shit that I was like, what the fuck? Is it just ads now? What the fuck? They just fucking updated it. And now it's just ads. All right. But no, I'm just a fucking idiot. I guess you have to toggle things now.
Yeah, and then I think to the business page, they did some other changes too that I don't fucking know about. But yeah, if somebody sends you a message on your business page, it automatically sends you to a meta page or some shit like that. And at first, I couldn't even figure out how to get the fuck out of there. That was I don't know, I don't know. But hey, whatever. It's not like anybody sees my business page anymore. I mean, they used to. They used to, it used to get all kinds of hits and views and shit. Now I post something new. Hey, maybe one person will respond. Nice, thanks. Person doesn't order it, but they'll say it's nice, which is cool. That's what I do this for, is to get the nice comments.
Well, shout out to your boys at Me TV and Sven Tooney for dropping you a line.
They did. They did.
I had a good laugh when I saw that. Oh, sorry, Joe. I've been smoking one of them left-handed cigarettes, as the kids call them.
The left-hand path never did anyone well, Tom.
That's the satanic guys?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. So, yeah, I guess it was another week. I ran some foam, which I haven't done in fucking years and
So
years.
what does that mean, ran foam?
That's I guess that's shop talk, Joe. You know
Is
what
that like
shop
table
talk
talk? That's
in
just like
industry terms, as they call it.
as doesn't have to do with jacking some dude off.
It does not at all.
That's what it sounds like.
No, it's when you get foam latex, it comes in different components. You have to mix it together at different speeds and times and shit. So it's called running foam when you're making the foam latex. I didn't come up with the fucking name, Joe.
It
That's
sounds
just
like
what
you
it's
did, Tom.
called.
It sounds like
Fuck
something you
no.
would call it.
No, I definitely do call it that because that is what it's called. But yeah, I mean, oh, I'm just back here mixing up some foam latex. What you
And,
mean? You say running foam?
and that's what for what? For to what end?
We'll see, Joe. That's so you have foam latex, so you can have a foam latex product.
Okay.
It's used on a bunch of things. It's used on masks, animatronics, makeups, I guess puppets, a lot of shit. Whatever you
Animal
want, like
products.
animal products.
All right.
Whatever you want to move, really. But nowadays, people use like silicone and stuff
And
for
you
that.
already had a mixing bowl just for this
Yeah.
thing.
Joe, I am a goddamn professional one man and sometimes two men when I have help. Creature mask making shop and shit. I got what you need. You want to make a monster or some shit? I got you. We can do it. I got the stuff to do it, Joe. It's what I do. If you do what I do and you don't have that, it's like, what? Okay. Oh, I
How to
just,
make a monster.
fuck. Talk about that next week. Again. All right. Well, what'd you watch there?
I watched Race War, the remake. Ever
Oh,
heard of this one?
shit. I have.
Seen it?
Yeah, recently. I just didn't write it down.
Yeah, I figured I didn't have too many to write down, so wrote the two other ones I watched too. Yeah, it'd been a while since I'd seen this one, Tom, and still I think a lot of it holds up. You know, there's some issues with the lighting, especially I would say, but
I would second that.
yeah, but yeah, it was entertaining, Tom. I still hey, the movie remains entertaining.
Good. I'm glad you were entertained, young man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you watch anything else?
I watched a movie called Fisted. Ever heard
Oh,
of this one,
shit.
Tom?
No.
No.
I heard of Fisted! Because it's in
Yeah,
capitals with the apostrophe, you see.
this one's all over the place, Tom. It's kind of got a narrative that ends maybe I'd say a third of the way through the movie, and then it just kind of goes in different directions. You know, kind of like they were making shit up as they went along, just to fill in the time or something. Uh, but it's got a few laughs. You know, got to see some people from the Houston film scene that I don't get to see a whole lot anymore for some reason or another. But yeah, Fisted, Fisted. It's got some guest stars in it. You know, kind of like how they do independent movies. You know, let's throw a big name in there from the horror scene. That like Tommy Dreamer. You know, horror fans will recognize him and like flock to this movie real quick. Or Blowfly, another horror movie.
Well, I mean, that's just because flies are attracted to shit, Joe.
That's true. It's true. Rest in peace, Blowfly.
Sitting in the ghetto thinking about.
Laying with the maggots.
She was royalty, Joe.
She was.
Do you think King Charles will have as long of a run as she did?
I don't think so. I give him maybe 3 years.
Whew, you gonna do something?
No, not me. I'd have to
Okay.
go to English for that. I don't want to go
Nobody
to
wants.
English.
What do you want to do? Go eat bangers and mash, mate?
Yeah, what am I gonna do? Walk around the island and be done in like 2 hours? And all right, that's it.
I have to walk on all those cobblestones.
Yeah, the cliffs of Dobermans or
Ugh.
something.
You'd rather have sex with a Doberman.
Yeah, probably got better teeth. That's for sure.
Limey. Let's see. What did I watch? I just finished, I should say. I just came from a screening of a new animated movie, Joe. It's called Chuck Steele, Night of the Trampires. Do you know what a trampire is, Joe?
No, and I've never heard of this animated film.
I haven't heard of it until earlier this week when I seen it posted in a group. And I was just like, oh, that looks interesting. So I looked it up and I rented it off of Amazon Prime for $2. $2 well spent, Joe. Well, anyways, a trampire is a vampire who's also a tramp, but not one of those dick sucking hoes you see. One of those hobos that are laying in the gutter. Like, oh, that tramp, like Lady and the Tramp. But it's a hobo and not a dog, you see, even though the
Like
dog,
a tramp, like in like a rapscallion kind of.
yes, yes. So, these trampires, instead of just having a thirst for blood, they have a thirst for alcoholics' blood. So they go around, sucking on hobos and drunks at bars and shit.
They're getting
And
a secondary drunk, huh?
I guess so. They're becoming junkies, Joe. So this is a animated claymation stop motion movie. It's pretty much a 80s action movie stereotype. And I guess this one's based around these trampires. Reminded me of a lot of Dusk Till Dawn, even though this is a British thing and they're all talking with like American accents and shit. I'm pretty sure. But like everything was great. The animation was way better than it should have been. Like this stupid fucking story about drunk hobo vampires shouldn't have worked, but it did. Most of the jokes landed, not all of them. There's some kind of lame shit in here, but you would expect for this fucking mishmash together fucking CGI stop motion movie you never heard of to be fucking garbage. But Joe, it is not. I'm going to do some digging and I just hope I can see, oh yeah, it was released streaming this year in the USA, so I can put it on my best of the year list because I need some actual good shit. But I would say give it a shot, Joe. You might like it. You might like it just for maybe the look of the creatures and the effects on like when they melt and shit because they're those kind of vampires like Dusk Till Dawn. They'll fucking kill them and then they'll do the melt shit or whatever. It's pretty cool, and they're all a bunch of different looking ones and shit. Like, movie's a lot fucking better than it should be. It's not, oh goddamn, but how nobody's talking about this shit's weird because it is fucking a fairly recent movie and it's pretty good. Not great, but pretty good. So, Joe, I'm going to join you in a toast to the Trampires.
The
Mm.
Trampires.
So, yeah, would recommend. I liked it so much. As soon as I was done watching it, I ordered the Blu ray. So, get ready for a review for that coming.
Time I watched a movie called The Forest of Love.
Write that one down.
This is a Japanese film. It's about I don't know, some young girls that were maybe lesbians in school or whatever, but I don't know. Things didn't work out, so they're all shitty now. Their lives are all fucked up. And some of their other old friends from back in the day are now filmmakers or aspiring filmmakers. And they start following around a Lothario, Tom. But he's a con man, Lothario. He's hitting on all the chicks and fucking them and fucking their moms and fucking their sisters. And he might also be fucking their wives.
Uh-oh. Joe froze up. That's not good. Hopefully he'll come back. Maybe I can remove him and then add. No,
Here
he's
we go.
back. All
And we're
right.
back. And we're back. So this is one of those crazy Japanese movies where people are just getting killed and beat on and bad shit's happening to them, but it's all in the spirit of fun. Japanese, they love, people having miserable existences, I guess, and it's uh, it's got a lot of energy. If you're into those early Takashi Miike movies, then this is a lot like that. It clocks at like 2.5 hours, which I usually don't like to do that shit anymore. But this one, it's like, fuck, man, I couldn't stop watching. It was so fucking insane. Definitely not for you, Tom. You wouldn't like this at all, but I think a lot of our listeners would dig it. Uh, it surprised the hell out of me. And then I looked further because on Netflix they have Forest of Love, and then they have Forest of Love something else. It's like, well, what the fuck's this? And it's a 5-part series, and all they did was extend it. They remade the movie into a series using the same actors and everything. And as good as the movie was, I don't want to watch 5 hours of that shit. So I'm not watching the series. It's like all they probably did is extend a lot of the torture and the fucking killing and shit like that. Um, I dig it. I dig it.
Sorry to hear that, Joe.
Netflix.
Well, Lori and I, we strolled over to the old multiplex today, Joe. There's a new movie out that the internet's just raving over. And they're saying, "Oh, this movie is so good. You gotta see this good movie." And this good movie is called Barbarian. Have you heard of this, Joe?
I've heard of the one with Conan before it.
No. This the star of this kind of resembles Conan, though. So
Conan O'Brien.
no, not at all. This is people are loving this fucking movie, Joe. Uh this we'll get into that. We'll get into that. What's this movie about, Joe? Well, this lady rents out a Airbnb house because she has a job interview. So she goes to old Detroit and she shows up to the Airbnb and it's just raining, storming out. Nobody has their lights on except for the house that she's renting. So she goes, tries to open, the fucking key's not in there, calls the people up. What the fuck? Like it's raining, I can't get into the house, you fuck. And then old Pennywise comes to the door and he says, "Oi, mate, what are you doing here? I was trying to sleep and shit." And she says, "Oh, I rented this house." And he says, "No, mate, I rented this house." And I guess they used two different apps and rented the same place at the same time. So he's just like, "Oh, come in. I'll let you stay here or whatever and we'll figure things out." So you think it's going to be like, "Oh, this stupid bitch, she's going to get molested and killed by Pennywise." That's not it, Joe. That's not it. Ah. There's a giant retarded woman living in the basement. She was just inbred over and over. Old Dick Break is the creepy father who was killing people in the house before and had this giant mentally retarded woman who just wants a baby, Joe. So these people who are coming to this fucking house are getting fucking like lured into the basement and then having this giant mentally retarded woman suck on her tits like they were babies. Ah, you know, it had very good tension, like leading up to like, oh shit, what's gonna happen when someone's gonna get hit over the head with a vase and shit's gonna turn. But when it's just this goofy looking mentally retarded lady who's running around totally naked and having Justin Long suck her tits, it's like, what the fuck? What are we doing here? If it's a goof, like just let us know it's a fucking goof. And a lot of people last year were saying like how Malignant was like, oh, this was just a joke movie he made. No, Barbarian, that's just a fucking joke movie they made. The whole thing is a fucking goof. Uh it's like if ridiculous bullshit. If you want ridiculous bullshit, like how the fuck did this make it into the movie theaters? Like this is one of those things that are in the movie theaters first, actually, and it's not streaming or anything at the same time. Maybe in a week it will. I don't know, but this is just like goofy, ridiculous shit. Like, how
So
could
this
this
is a Kevin
be?
Smith movie, you said?
No, it's not. It's have you ever heard of the Whitest Kids You Know? They're a comedy troupe or
No.
were. Okay, have you ever heard of a movie called Miss March?
No.
All right, that one was pretty funny. And he co-directed that one and he was one of the whitest kids I knew. But this is it's just swing and a miss, but a lot of people are saying this is good shit, and turns out we're the monsters, Joe, because it's about toxic masculinity and Justin Long maybe raping a bitch and him coming to grips with maybe he's a bad person. A little a little too on the nose, just too goofy to be. It's like this is a joke. What the fuck are we doing here? If you wanted to whack off in front of people, just tell people you want to whack off in front of them. But man, because it was like, all right, it's like, yeah, okay, something's gonna happen. I kept waiting for something to happen and waiting for something to happen, dude. I was yawning and fucking fidgeting in my chair the whole time, just bored, waiting for something to happen. And when something did happen, it was the silliest looking shit. Lori laughed every time the fucking monster, it's not a monster though, it's just a fucking retarded lady. So I don't know if it's like mocking retarded people or some shit, but
And that's not cool.
no, this is just, oh, the old crazy bitch who lives in the house. So fucking, she's 9 feet tall and she runs around the neighborhood naked and gets you to suck her tits. Like it sounds like that's some made up shit. That's what the movie's about. That's what the fucking movie's about. Fuck. I'm not gonna say watch it and recommend it. Not at all. Because it's not even like, oh, this is funny bad. Because it was, fuck. You ever have a balloon just deflate? You maybe didn't tie it up right, and it just went. Then you just fucking walk away and drink.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking people, dude, saying this movie's fucking so awesome. It's I don't even like it because the message is just too on the nose. It's like you get the man, get it, but just that stupid fucking the reveal and fuck, dude. There's close-ups of her just pushing her long tit into Long's mouth and shit. It's like what is this? What are we doing? It was and like the fuck. There's a hobo guy. This is the exposition. Oh yeah, she's a crazy bitch. Her daddy was in there bringing girls in, fucking them, and then they were fucking the children. And you make a copy of a copy. It's gonna be a little. Stole crazy 9-foot retarded lady that lives down the street. Watch out, kid. She'll pop her tits in your fucking mouth. That's the movie. That's the fucking movie. And she looks like a fucking ghoul. Like, I don't know if there's the retarded are ghouls, but dude, fucking. So in the basement, there's like basement storm doors. They're like, those rectangle. You've seen them in movies, I'm sure, because you live in Texas and don't have basements.
Right. Shit would flood.
Yes. So, what the fuck was it? I can't even remember the thing's name. I can't say the thing, but that's how they present it as. Fucking, it like jumps out of the window like, "Ooh, booga booga, suck my tits," and then the guys get away, and she just creeps back into the darkness. They were just whacking off, Joe.
So why is it called Barbarian?
Toxic masculinity and shit. Retarded people are barbarians. This was just fucking ridiculous nonsense bullshit, Joe. Like, I wish I could have laughed at this, how much Lori was. I was just, oh, fuck. And I like goofy, weird shit.
You do.
This was just like all the fucking shit people were saying last year about Malignant being this goofy fucking joke movie he made just to laugh at people who went to see it. No, this is really Barbarian. Like, Malignant's fucking wacky fun. I had a good time watching that shit, all things considered. And yeah, this one's a piece of shit. I don't think it's gonna make the worst of the year piece of shit because, like I said, it like knew how to build tension and shit and to wait for something to happen and wait, but you just kept waiting and you kept waiting. And it was shot well. So I mean, like a technical level and shit, it's just fucking the crash test dummies hit the wall. God bless him for making the fucking ridiculous movie he wanted to make, but nah. Hell to the no, 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 no. Hell to the no. And that is Barbarian. Watch Sorceresses instead. It's got a flying lion in it.
One time I watched a movie from several years back that I'd been meaning to watch when it came out. And this is Nurse 3D.
Yeah, I was gonna watch that too when it came out because it was on a lot of fucking. This movie sucks a dick list.
It is not a good movie, but I think I'll watch it again at some point. It made me laugh. It's stupid. It's fucking garbage. This is about a nurse that wears a skimpy nursing uniform, and we established very on that what she likes to do is go to bars and kind of like flirt with married men, and if they want to fuck her, then she kills them because they're cheating on their wives. And then she's got a smoking hot body. This lady, fucking smoking hot, but she's got a face that's just kind of there. There's like she's not. I wouldn't call her ugly, but I wouldn't call her pretty either. She's just got like a weird, just like boring face. But anyway, she's a nurse and she's mentoring just a recent graduate from nursing school. And this chick also wears a skimpy nursing uniform. And what this other nurse does is want to fuck her. She wants to fuck the one she's mentoring. And she does. She drugs her up, fucks her, gets some other dude to fuck her. And then, hey, I really like this girl now. But
hey, you're not married, are you?
This other like young girl, she like there's a lot of shower scenes with her, but she showers with her bra and panties on for some reason. I guess they were showing enough of the main nurse that, hey, if we show too much of this other girl, then this is rated X territory or something.
There's a name for the main nurse that they call in the medical field, Joe. It's the head nurse.
Yeah, so there's just like this cat and mouse thing they're just playing, and then it turns out that the nurse, it's nothing new. The nurse is not who she says she is. She's an escaped mental patient, blah, blah, blah. She kills and fucks up everybody in this young nurse's life.
I'm an orphan.
Yeah, it's like Orphan, kind of, yeah. Except there's 3D effects that I didn't see because I didn't have any 3D glasses here at the house, so I couldn't see it in 3D. But overall, this movie, it's a fun piece of shit, Did a little reading on it, and the one that plays the hot nurse, Paz de la Vega, they dubbed her voice, so that's not her voice in it. Because I guess her voice sucks too, and she was hit by an ambulance on set, so she sued the production, and then tried to sue them again afterwards for dubbing her voice, saying it hurt her career. Hasn't worked much since, I guess, because hey, if you're gonna sue everybody you work with, you're probably not gonna get hired a whole lot. But this lady was on Boardwalk Empire, I think, for the first 2 seasons. And then that guy that yells a whole lot, he killed her because he knocked her up or something. Yeah, I take this movie. Judd Nelson is in it. The chick from Reno 9/11, the black lady, she's in it. And she's really funny. She's good. She's got probably the only acting chops in the whole movie. It is on Hulu, and I would give it a recommend. If you like garbage, this is fucking garbage.
Should I add it back to the old QE?
I would say so. I mean, I don't know if you'll like it or not, to be honest, but fuck, it's fun. It's just shitty. It sucks.
We'll see. Speaking of something that's shitty and sucks, this next movie, the whole time I was watching it and something would happen that the filmmakers would make you want to think, oh, isn't this awesome? Isn't this cool? Oh, look at that. Isn't that awesome? I just think to myself, man, this sucks. And I did that a lot through this fucking movie. And this movie is called Boardinghouse. Have you ever heard of it, Joe?
I've heard of it. I haven't seen it.
It is very bad. It was recently released on Blu-ray. It was a shot on video thing that somehow made it to theaters. I don't know. But, I mean, when people say that, it could have been like one fucking theater in the desert and shit. But, yeah, it's a piece of shit. A lot of SOV stuff is hit or miss. And this shit was definitely a miss for me. Like I said, The whole time I was just, man, this fucking sucks. And it looks really bad. It looks really fucking bad. I don't know what they did to clean it up. It looks like they ran it through the mud, but I didn't know what it looked like before I seen this, so maybe it looks better. Still looks and sounds like a piece of fucking shit though. Uh I guess I'm supposed to think the guy running around his house in a thong's funny. No, it's just a fucking skinny guy running around his house in a fucking thong. And then you got a bunch of fucking broads, just bopping, laying around or whatever. Maybe there was nudity. It was blurry. So it just sucked. It was what would be referred to as rubbish for the bin, mate. Would not recommend because, oh man, this sucks.
Did you watch all them special features?
Fuck no. Because it sucks so much. I didn't give a fuck. It was so bad. Shit. Fucking shit. Good for you. You were able to make your fucking movie and all that shit and whatever, but it fucking sucks.
Well, Lisa and I and the kids, made our way over to our friend Tammy's house. She was having her movie night that she used to do pretty frequently before the pandemic started. I think this is the first one she's had in, I don't know, a couple of years or so. And it was close to her birthday, so we made our way out there. And she always does a cool decoration job. She puts shit in the roof. She makes a little hallway on the way to the bathroom where, if you're a kid or whatever, there's shit that'll jump out at you. But the movie she had playing that night was Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse. Now, this one, I remember when it came out, and I remember the trailers for it, and the trailer was just fucking god-awful. That was a trailer that's like, hey, not going to watch that one. That's a piece of shit. I enjoyed the movie. It's dumb shit. It's a typical teenage male power fantasy type thing. Like, hey, the dorks are gonna save the day and stand up to the bullies and get the girl. The shit that never happens in real life. So it's like total fantasy, but it had some good gags. It had some good practical effects, and yeah, fuck that trailer because I thought it was okay. It was much better than that trailer led me to believe.
Thought the exact opposite. I said the trailer, oh yeah, I'll go see that. Went and saw it opening day. Ugh. Rubbish for the bin, mate. Wasn't for me. I don't remember a lot about it, but I remember being severely let down. And I think my cousin's buddy, he was the not big fat kid, but the fat kid in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he recently died in the last few years. So rest in empowerment.
Hey, you always have that one movie. Well, you don't have shit anymore, but
And I think he was in one of the Critters too. It might have been the Critters web series that we didn't watch because it was a web series.
Critters Redux, I think it was called.
I don't know.
Probably wasn't called that.
But yeah, I've seen it before and it was whatever.
I felt it was entertaining.
Glad you enjoyed yourself at your little, what sounds like a child molestation party with your haunted hallways and whatnot.
None of that going around if I'm
around. So you guys were comfortable with driving home drunk with the kids in the car?
No, I wasn't drinking. Been sick all week.
So you just went out and gave everybody the coronavirus.
Yeah, but I didn't drink.
All right, we'll score one for Jesus, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
That's all I watched, Tom.
Well, I watched one more, Joe. It's a movie called Action Jackson starring Craig T. Nelson. Have you heard of this one?
I saw this when it first came out on video cassette.
Were you excited?
No, but I thought, hey, I'll watch this. This is new on video cassette.
It only cost $89.99 plus
Hmm.
tax.
Oh, I rented it, Tom.
Oh
It was
shit! All
probably
right.
$5 for 2 days or something.
And you had to rewind it if you were
Hmm.
kind. But if you were a no good piece of shit, you wouldn't. And say, haha, I'm gonna make the workers put it in that little machine. Pricks. Like it was such a fucking job. Anyways, Action Jackson is the story of Carl Weathers as a policeman. And what happens in this one? Craig T. Nelson's trying to kill him. He doesn't. The end. It was okay. I mean, if you want to see Craig T. Nelson as an evil white guy, and I
You want
mean,
to see a car drive on stairs?
yeah, I mean, it's an okay Saturday or Sunday afternoon, Sunday before noon movie. Like
Yeah, I
have it
remember
on
thinking
while
it was
you're.
okay. I mean, I haven't seen it since then, but it wasn't bad.
If you got some dusting in a house to vacuum, throw it on in the background. Cooking up some eggs and hash or whatever the fuck you're frying up. Put it on in the background. It was all right. I think I was strapping masks while I was watching it. I said, "Hey, this was Sunday during the day. It'd be all right." That's all I got on that one. It was okay. It was
All
like
right.
a bigger budget Hollywood black exploitation movie way after the black exploitation thing was over with. So wasn't terrible. It would have been on the $1 million movie.
We'll get to terrible.
Oh shit. Truckin. Joe, you don't know what's terrible.
Gamera. Gamera, Tom. It's pretty fucking terrible. This was what? Gamera versus Virus?
I mean, might be how it's spelled, but a lot of the way these things have been spelled really isn't the way you're saying them.
Yeah, this one is about the Boy Scouts in Japan. And
And the
you
Boy
got two
Scouts of America come
you got
over
two
too.
prankster Boy Scouts that reverse the controls on a submarine, and that leads to a hilarious scene of the scientists not knowing how to control it, but the kids do. They go down there and they're floating around in the submarine, a model, which doesn't look good. Now, you know I like these models, not this time. But as they're floating around in the submarine, hey, there's Gamera, floating beside them. But, Gamera's a friend to all children. And when this was established, I don't fucking know. Gamera's a monster, right? Anyway, a space
Well,
ship.
remember he saved young Kenny in the first one, and then he
Yeah, he did, but I think he
formed a
just did that
bond
on
with.
accident. I think he just stuck out his paw and was like, "Oh shit, a kid fell on me. Get
Well,
this thing
remember
off."
the kid in the last one wrote him,
Yeah, and that was an accident too.
and then we saw that again for about 20
Yeah, we
minutes.
saw. Yeah, we'll get to that shit. Anyway, this spaceship made out of beach balls
It was
shows
the
up.
invasion of the Bee Girls, Joe. That was their
No,
ship.
that's a good movie. This one is not. So this spaceship shoots Gamera with the "Do Not Move" ray or something along those same lines, and Gamera can't move. And they put
Puts
on,
like a little dome over him.
yeah,
You can lift it up a little bit though, so the
so the kid
submarine.
can get out. They also throw, the character from Captain America, the controller, that throws these little discs on people's necks and he can control them. Well, they got one of those from him and throw it on the back of Gamera's neck. So now the aliens can control Gamera. But hey, first of all, let's recap what's happened in the last few movies we've watched.
Not the last few. Every single movie, all three that came before this one. Let's let's give you a little cliff notes of each movie.
A 12-minute recap.
From each movie.
But anyway, the kids are trapped on the ship, and there's like some Japanese guys walking around there, and I don't know, they're all fucking dumb. And,
They're
and,
aliens, Joe. They're
there's an
aliens
alien
with the
in the
goosebump
basement
dog's
of the
eyes.
ship, and he's in a cage, and he's just like an alien with fucking pointy head and tentacles.
It's like a butt plug with tentacles.
Yeah, but they're controlling Gamera. Gamera's destroying shit. And the UN
You know
says,
what? He's not really.
We can
They're
destroy the
taking
spaceship.
footage.
But no, we can't destroy the spaceship because there's 2 kids up there. So let's just let this fucking Gamera-controlled alien plot keep on destroying Tokyo and all of Japan because there's 2 kids on this ship, and we don't want to sacrifice them. Let's let everybody else fucking die.
They should have.
Yeah, but these kids are good at little pranks and everything, so they switch the controls on the ship, kind of like they did on the sub. You know, that was some foreshadowing of what they were going to do to solve this plot, but it doesn't really, because then that monster with the sharp head and the tentacles, he grows real big and fights Gamera and fucking kicks Gamera's ass. I'll tell him that. He fucking impales Gamera, but I guess Gamera doesn't fucking feel pain or some shit.
First off, how does
like he's bereavement or whatever
how
that
does the monster grow?
I don't remember how he grew.
You don't all the humans strip their skin off?
Oh,
and
he
then
chops their
little
heads off.
versions
Yes.
little versions of the monster just goes wee, 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 and then grows, and then another little version goes wee, 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 and it grows. It was pretty cool. It was good Japanese special effects.
This movie sucks. This movie is a piece of shit, and you know, I just watched The Forest of Love that was 2.5 hours long. This one feels like it's 6 hours. It fucking sucks. It is the worst of them.
Was short, and like when you were saying, oh yeah, they were mind controlling Gamera to destroy the city. Well, when he destroys the dam, that's all footage from a movie we've already seen.
Yep.
And then they send him out to destroy Tokyo, and that's all footage from the first movie, which is in black and white. They didn't give a fuck. This movie's in color, and they put the fucking Gamera destroying Tokyo scene from the first movie in this movie like it was new footage for this movie. It wasn't part of the memory scene. They were telling Gamera, okay, now go destroy Tokyo.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just the goddamn scene from the first black and white movie. This movie came out when the Godzilla movies weren't doing well, and they wanted to make one last Gamera movie and give him a old hoorah and make something for the children. But they cut the budget down to a third of what they had and said, have at it. And like the beginning of this movie, it gave me hope because it had like a little model of Gamera, and it just looked different. It looked like, all right, you know, they're trying new stuff. They're trying new stuff with the Gamera movies. Let's see this goofy shit. I'm ready. And then it all goes to dog balls. Except when you said Gamera got stabbed. He didn't just get stabbed. He got fucking stabbed a bunch of times in the fucking heart and then still lived. And fucking, again, new color blood for Gamera. Every fucking movie, the shit's different color blood. I think this was like fucking baby blue shit coming out of him this time, but like he stabbed like a motherfucker. And he'll live to fly another day.
Yeah, didn't fucking hurt him for long, you know. It's fucking bullshit. One of the kids, it's the Boy Scout kid. He's got a fucking Dick Tracy watch, you know, so he can talk to his sister, you know, from the spaceship, from the sub, wherever. This is fucking dumb shit, man. Left and right. This movie just sucked.
What did you think about the American Boy Scouts coming over and camping with the Japanese Boy Scouts so they could molest each other's races in there?
Well, I thought that was the most realistic part, you know? They do have like a world Boy Scout thing where everybody gets together. I forgot what it's called, but it's some odd shit. And I don't think, you know, I don't think it should be legal. But, you know, but yeah, so this got that right.
And the reason that the honky child was in this movie is because AIP, American International Pictures, they bought this one in the previous ones to show on TV and give them some money to make this one. They said the only way we're going to do it is if you throw a white boy in there. So they did, and that's the reason why old fucking whatever, fucking Canak Jones is running around this fucking movie looking for sandwiches. Yeah, this was easily the worst one, but
Fuck yeah, it was.
that's mainly due to recycling the last three movies for legit about a third of this fucking movie. And then the budget didn't help. Uh yeah, it looked like puke. Like the inside of the spaceship made me want to puke. It was a fucking ugly mess. And not good, Joe. Not good. I did like when the fucking Japanese aliens had the goosebump dog eyes, though. That was pretty good.
Where they're glowing in the dark and everything.
Yep. I just wanted to hear doo, 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 doo. Hmm. Well, hopefully next week will be better when he fights Gurion.
We'll see. We'll see.
It's the knife-headed shark guy. So
Hopefully, I mean, you pointed out last time that we don't do this. Hopefully, next week's issue of Amazing Spider-Man's will be better than this one.
what does that say? Hammerhead is out?
Yeah, he's out.
Huh.
Oh, yeah, so this issue is nothing more than a setup, I guess.
I
Spider-Man,
mean, we get our fucking look at that fucking buggy they've been building.
Spider-Man's and the Human Torch, Johnny Storm, have finally finished with the Spider-Mobile that they're doing for some fucking car manufacturing
Key
company.
issue.
And it's a buggy. It's a buggy, and it's got a spider light, and it shoots webs. Because I guess part of it was like, "Here, Johnny, here's the formula for my web thing. Like, you can fill up a compartment here." And I don't know. It's dumb. It's fucking dumb.
And Peter
Spider-Man-
Parker's rocking a nice Christmas sweater in it.
New Christmas sweater because they're going to a party at Betty Brant's place, and the Dr. Octopus is back on the scene, and Hammerhead's back on the scene, and we finally
Jackal.
hear from Aunt May. Yeah, we finally hear from Aunt May, and the Jackal is in the shadows, and it's like, man, you know, somebody would fucking wear that costume? That's fucking dumb, you know? Put a lab coat on or something, fucking Professor Warren. But anyway, we don't know that yet, though. We're still in the dark there. Mary Jane is hitting on Peter Parker, but hey, man, my girlfriend just died like 5 issues ago. Give me a break. And, well, shit, at the end of it, we find out that Dr. Octopus is walking down the aisle with Aunt May. They're going to get hitched. But not if Spider-Man has anything to say about it next issue. But, yeah, this issue is just like, who gives a fuck? You know, it's like there's nothing to it. Again, Ross Andrew, who I've said is a shitty artist, he is a fucking shitty artist. Uh, I don't know, Jerry Conway, get it together, man. This is some horrible shit. I know you're probably writing like 8, 9 issues for Marvel a month, but still, man, this is like one of their biggest titles. You might want to give this some more consideration. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Marvel sucks.
Can't wait till next week. Spectacular wedding issue.
Yep. You know Marvel and their wedding issues. They always do it big.
They put a wig on the pig, as they say. So, Joe, you like lists?
I've been known to enjoy a list or two, Tom.
This one?
This one was okay.
Okay.
Probably not the best, but better than I thought it'd be. And this one is in tribute to our friend Red, who is one of the statesmen of America, one of our truckers, one of the ones that gets us bananas, you know, and gets us like I don't know, shit that you buy at Walmart or Dollar General or wherever, you know. So thank you, Red. And this is our top 10 list with honorable mentions of things relating to truckers or the trucking industry or what have you. I don't know. What have I? I have honorable mentions. And my honorable mentions are the movie Convoy. It's about a convoy of trucks, directed by Sam Peckinpah. I remember liking this movie when I was a kid. I'm sure if I watch it now, which I will because I have it somewhere, I'm sure I'm going to think it's stupid as fuck. Then I have Smokey and the Bandit, which features the Bandit escorting Snowman, Jerry Reed, because that's his handle. You see, truckers, they have a handle. That's a name they go by when they're talking on the CB radio. Anyway, this movie, it's still pretty funny because it's really racist. Then I have from Marvel Comics, US1. This was a comic about a trucking superhero. And it was one of these things that they based on a toy line. Mattel or somebody came to Marvel. Hey, we got this new trucker toy line coming out. Can y'all do a comic for it? Fuck yeah, we can. They did, and it sucked. Then I have another comic. This one's called Trucker Fags in Denial. And it is about two truckers that they're just driving around and they're hating on homosexuals and they're really in denial about what they are. So it's one of those gag books that's just making fun of rednecks, and it's pretty funny if you can find a copy. I don't know where mine is, but if I don't know, Red, you need to read this, educate yourself on yourself, I would say.
And what was it called?
It was Trucker, the word we don't say anymore. I said the title once. In Denial.
Like the river?
Trucker, F words, in denial.
Okay.
Kind of like Hags, but with an F.
Friends of.
Yes. Then I have the video game, Big Mother Truckers. You ever play this one, Tom?
No, I just remember Big Mother Truckers.
Well, they made two of them. I never played the second one. Those are my honorable mentions, Tom.
Well, Joe, my first honorable mention is old Red himself. Keep on trucking there, Red. And then I have old Ricky P. Keep on trucking there, old Ricky P. And then I have somebody from the old board days, Pizza Juggalo. I'm pretty sure you became a trucker and thought it was awesome. So keep on pizza and Trucker J. And then I have, well, I only have 4, Joe. And this is just something I wrote down because I was high and I laughed. So here we go. Truckin', suckin', fucking. That's it. I was high.
That, I think that is the trucker's credo.
Maybe. And those are my honorable mentions.
At number 10, I have Ricky P. The Ways of the Road.
My number 10 is killing the chickens before they get to the slaughterhouse. You ever been driving next to one of those semi trucks that are pulling all those crates of live chickens? And you know their fucking necks are all broken from the whiplash or from bouncing their fucking heads up on the cage. So shout out for doing the work that the slaughterhouse is getting paid for.
Not a good way to spend your last days. Number 9, I have a song, and it goes a little something like this. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's go space trucking. Come on. Come on. Space trucking. That's from Deep Purple.
Ah, my number 9 is giving a little womp womp to the children when they show you the womp womp and they do it back. Putting smiles on children's faces from coast to coast.
At number 8, I have the movie Joyride. It features a trucker named Rusty Nail. And this movie kind of establishes that truckers are just like a bunch of fucking rapist types that want to abduct women and young men and rape them in their trucks.
It's convenient because there's a bed back there.
It is.
My number 8, I have Dark Side from Twisted Metal. He was a semi truck, you know, Joe.
Yes.
Yep. He used to haul chickens for a living.
He did. Drove him crazy. At number 7, I have Big Trouble in Little China. Because Jack Burton, he's a truck driver.
The Pork Chop Express, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
That's all you got on that?
That's it.
All right, I think we're getting a call, Joe. Mr. C, are you there?
Man, this doesn't work on camera.
Wait. I'm getting something from the comic shop. Have you ever heard of this place? The comic shop?
When I'm more awake and my throat isn't all scratched up, we'll get a call from them.
The BOYGOB effect, it says. I got a text that says BOYGOB effect, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, 911.
US 1 Comics. How dare you?
Exclamation point. Number 7.
Yes.
I have the titty twister because you have to be a trucker and or biker to go there, Joe. You see. What are you doing? Whacking off? All I see is. Whoa. Ooh, titty twister, yeah. Mm.
At number six, I have
6.
a song called Truckin' by the Grateful Dead. Truckin', got my chips cashed in. Something
See, that was kind of like my
wrong
honorable
there.
mention. Yeah, see, I think that's what I had for my honorable mention. I just didn't know the lyrics. Trucking, something, 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 sucking.
You
See,
tired of hanging around and you want to travel?
fucking. See,
You tired of traveling, you want to settle down?
and then I don't know any.
I mean, yeah, that's all.
Blumpkin. What are we on?
6.
6. I got Way of the Road.
The motto.
It's way she
Truckin'.
goes. Fucking way she goes.
At number 5, I have the Australian movie with Stacey Keach because they couldn't find a good Australian actor. They had to bring in Stacey Keach. Road
And
Game.
your boy, Jimmy Lee.
Jimmy Lee is another guy that they brought in because they couldn't find a supporting actor in Australia. But it's about a trucker that sees a green van and he thinks that green van is a serial killer's. But he keeps like fucking up and like throwing suspicion on himself. Mm-mm-mm. It's being played a big road game.
Number 5, I have one of the only Masters of Horror episodes worth of fuck, and that is Pick Me Up. The Larry Cohen. I was going to say classic, but not really. The Larry Cohen thing he made.
At number 4, I have another song. Eastbound down, something packed up and trucking. We're
Tuck
gonna
it
do
back
what they
and
say
suck it.
can't be done. We got a long way to go and a short time to get there. And then they say something about the Bandit run.
And you say you don't like Kenny Powers. My number 4, good old American jobs. Keeping America working, Joe. Getting on these highways and byways, delivering the products to people.
Chickens. At number 3, I have Large Marge, Pee Wee's Big Adventure. She was a trucker, you see, but she was actually a ghost.
She was actually this large woman who lived in a basement in a Detroit fucking home that would be rented out on Airbnb.
She just wanted a baby.
Suck my tits. Number 3, I have Ray, the greatest trucker that Canada's ever seen. Rest in empowerment, guy at the dump. Rest in piss.
At number 2, I have the Road Warrior. It's Mad Max. He's got to drive this truck that's full of petrol, you see. He's got to get it past a bunch of, I don't know, barbarian types, you call them. But
Come here, give me that gas and suck my tits.
Turns out that truck doesn't even have petrol in it, Tom. It's
Just
just
pee-pee.
sand. It's
Oh,
just fucking
shit.
sand.
Fucking idiot. I think you would have checked it. Joe, my number 2 probably should have been my number 1, but fuck it. They're not just for truckers, even though they invented it. And that's the good old piss jug, Joe. How can you not be down with piss jugs?
I don't know. At number one, I have Truck Stop, which was an expansion for the game Car Wars. This one, it had truck stops where you can get arms and stuff and, weapons and armor and shit. But you could play using 18 wheelers. Had I thought about it, I just thought about it now, that bulldog hood ornament. That should have been at least on my honorable mention.
That would be the Mac logo.
Yeah, the Mack truck logo or hood ornament.
Well, Joe,
Mud flaps that say "Keep on truckin'," or that have the lady on them.
my number one is a logo, Joe. I'm not sure if you've seen this, but I'm sure sometime this week you will. And it's the lot lizard with the buster over it that truckers put on their trucks and say, "No lot lizards. Please don't solicit me." It's like a lizard with a wig on, standing on its hind legs, smoking a cigarette in a dress, and then it has the red buster over it. It's funny stuff. First time I seen that in the I know, what's it, Jolly and Jamel, they used to work at a truck wash and they seen the stickers there and they told me about it. And I said, "Oh, fuck, you got to get me one." And then I had a green van that sticker was on. And then whoever else got it after me got a no lot lizard sticker on their new van.
I'm still laughing that they worked at a truck wash.
It's what happens when you smoke weed and no one will hire you.
Hey, work is work, right?
It is. At least they weren't working that ass, you know?
You never know.
Yeah,
I
probably.
mean, not to the ones that had that sticker on there for sure, but everybody else that didn't have it.
Man, makes sense why they wanted a lizard mask now. Oh yeah, fuck me while I wear this dress and a lizard mask. Hold on, let me light this cigarette.
This isn't just a costume.
Ah, criminy, Joe. I wish I had something planned out and said, "Oh, next week we're gonna do this." So Joe, how was your week?
So far, I don't know. I spent a lot of fucking money today.
On what?
Shirts.
Getting orders ready. Oh shit. Joe,
Mm-hmm.
next week we're gonna What are we gonna do next week, Joe?
You can text me about it later, Tom.
Hey, it's gonna be a surprise for next week, so tune in. Head on over to DWN. Sorry, I'm drunk off these waters. Head on over to dwnproductions.net and buy one of these fucking hats. Please, for the love of fuck. You could put in an order for a mask or something if you'd like. Probably won't get there in time for Halloween. So, but maybe ask nicely and maybe, but other than that, I just I'm on a mission to find about 4 or 5 good similar looking pumpkins, the carving kind. So if you can wish me luck on my pumpkin hunt, I would greatly appreciate that. But if you're hunting for a t-shirt, you can head on down to fastcustomshirts.com, huh?
Yeah, and maybe you will get these for Halloween. Not that you should fucking be hunting for a t-shirt for Halloween. But if you are, hey, I'm going to take your order and I'm going to fill it. And you need some
Fill
custom
'em up.
work, then we do custom work and all that. You can get your DWN's Productions t-shirt Get them while you can. And the BOYGOB shirt, you can get the BOYGOB shirt there if you want to support. Support. People say, "Hey, what's BOYGOB?" And you can tell them about the podcast. Or you can get the bastard shirt. Yeah.
So do that or don't, but do it, you fuck. And hey, try and have a fucking great week. All right? No, whatever. Boy, God.